It's your girl, Manira.
Jessica W.
And Ayana.
And you're now tuned into Why the Fuck Am I Not Famous?
Jono
Why
say.
the fuck am I not famous? Cause I ain't naked. Chickens ain't got no style and straight brainless. Niggas rocking tits and wigs, so shameless. Meanwhile, we sitting here acting like we whack. Not hating, I'm just stating the facts. Girl, you know what doctor made her ass fat. True. Tommy T made their belly flat. Yeah. And all these niggas think that they can rap. Okay, I got this. I know they were funny. Brains and beauty, my mama ain't raised no dummy. Positive energy, keep them bad vibes from me. Put it all together, we'll be making all the money.
Why the fuck am I not famous? Ha, I ask myself every day. Tweeting, sharing, Instagramming, but still I can't get paid. So I hooked up with my girl. It's that bitch. We gotta get paid because we got the brains, we got the jokes. So let's just start the show.
Welcome.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amigos, amigas? What's good?
Really?
Listen, I bring the Spanish side to this show.
Manera, I think you have herpes now.
Hermano.
First of all, I am clean as a whistle. I get my checks.
But that mic ain't.
Much.
I think you need to get checked now.
So my silent library dare this week was to lick the mic. I don't know what.
I'll say it because I wrote it. It says, dare you to lick Manera's tear if it was one of us. But I said, if it's Manera, lick the mic.
You know, if you guys want to know what tear she's talking about,
It's the fake
I
ass
have a teardrop on my face today.
for all her broken hearts.
For all these niggas' hearts I had to break. It's only one.
It's only one.
Well, welcome to episode number 26 of Why the Fuck Am I Not Famous? Funny conversation with the dope.
Pero broke.
So, coming into the studio today.
Oh, we gonna talk about this?
Yes,
We might as well.
I wanted to talk about it. So, I didn't eat before I came into the studio and I was starving. I was like, well, no one else is here, so let me go grab something to eat.
She never does.
So I went and got myself some salmon and some rice, and I was really excited about my food. So I'm crossing the street, kind of like walking blindly. I'm just excited about food, thinking I'm about to eat, whatever. And I go to cross the street, and this guy's like, honk, 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 like he's honking me in his car or whatever. I'm like, oh, shit. It woke me up. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, whatever. So he rolls his window down. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. He goes to say, shut up, you stupid nigger. Fuck you. And everyone else in the car is throwing up fuck you signs.
What?
To you?
To
And
you?
Yeah. And he speeds off. And I'm just standing there like,
Yeah?
what just fucking happened?
You know what? It was the shirt that you had on. It made him feel like
I don't- What the fuck is going on nowadays?
I mean, that's the same
Like,
thing that happened. I believe it was yesterday with Trina.
Was
She
it
was in the
yesterday?
2 days ago.
she was in the Walmart, and what's her face? Somebody she bumped into them, just like kind of something that you had, and was apologizing, and the person said, "Watch out, you effing nigger."
Why? Why are
Like,
we
what, first of all, why is that so?
the
Why are
go
they
to?
so
What is that
comfortable?
why is that the go to?
Why is it so comfortable? And then, of course, you know, I'm seeing this on Instagram, and I'm reading the comments,
Social
and
media?
yes, on social media, and people are saying, well, we're not like our ancestors, like we will take action.
Right.
But then when you take action, it turns around to you being, you should have taken the high road, and
No.
you shouldn't have
Well,
said anything.
I couldn't do anything. He
I
sped
mean,
off. So I
yeah.
did text my boyfriend and I told him what happened. And he was just like, you know what? It is what it is. Can't stop the energy. Go upstairs and kill the show. And that's what we're going to do, right?
Fuck it up.
We all know
Fuck
what.
them up.
Fuck who up? No, we're not fucking no one up. My energy's good. We're about to have a good show. We all know what day it is.
Hump Day, yeah!
Yes, it is Wednesday. And our Hump Day segment gives you an interesting, weird, unknown, or fun sex fact. And this week, we're going to talk about stamina. So I think the first question that we should ask is, how long do people really want to have sex? How about you guys?
What?
Me
Stamina.
first, are you just talking about like?
No, I'm
the
going to ask
full
you
sex?
guys.
Are you talking about penetration, intercourse?
Not,
Are you
not,
talking
not
about-
including foreplay. Just penetration. How long do you want to have sex? I guess it's kind of not fair to our lesbian listeners.
Right, because I like foreplay, just so you know.
No, I know. Okay, so when we're talking about penetration, not talking about foreplay before the penetration, how long should sex last?
I think it should last for about 30 to 45 minutes.
That's including foreplay?
Not including foreplay. My preference is 35.
20 minutes max.
What?
A penetration? Yeah.
I guess.
See, for me,
Unless we like taking a break, having fun, doing jokes in between because I do shit like that.
yeah.
Then it might be longer.
Because for me, I think I've been a very busy woman, right? And I don't want to say I don't have time for sex, but if I can get a quickie, that's good enough for me. If I am on a date and we're going back to the crib and we're having like fun sex, I think penetration 30 minutes is enough for me. And then if we have a break, we can go on. Like, I do like to have sex multiple times.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't need no fucking 1 hour, 2 hour, as long as it's not break me up. Show me what you got. Is that the one? No 1 minute, man. Like, you want at least in half an hour?
At least. I think that's like enough, but not the same position because, I like to switch and do different positions.
I mean, I'm good with 4 minutes of each.
Yeah, I think so too. Like,
and then I'll be moving from the bedroom to the wall to the what? But yeah, like I'll be moving around the house, so I feel like that's an ample enough time.
I don't have time for that. I don't.
That's why
I don't have time for it.
I guess our sex life has a lot to do with our lifestyle and what we have to do and shit.
Absolutely, because if you're always busy, I mean, when I'm tired and I just came off a flight, I don't even want anybody to touch me. It takes me a good 2-3 days to like recover from working. So if you're working and you have a lot going on, then yeah, a quickie might be enough for you to sustain, but not for me.
Well, I'm different because I don't live with my partner. So
yeah.
Oh, that also has contributing factors as well too. Like if you live with your partner, sometimes it's not as dominant for you to want to have sex all the time.
Really?
Well,
when I did live with my partner, I had sex every single day,
every
multiple
day.
times.
Really?
Yeah. Well, according to a survey of sex therapists, sex is too short when it lasts 1 to 2 minutes. It is adequate 3 to 7 minutes.
Who the fuck?
Desirable is 7 to 13 minutes, and too long is 30 plus.
I agree.
What do you guys think about that?
That's fine with me. I don't think 30 minutes is too long.
Who's saying adequate is 3 to 7 minutes?
I didn't define adequate.
Adequate, like, oh, that was good enough. You could look at him like, that was good, babe.
Maybe that was like quickie thingy.
For me, that's quickie.
That's a quickie.
That's quickie.
Adequate is like, we got the job done. I can go finish my day.
Yeah.
So maybe that's adequate.
Not 3 to 7 minutes, though.
Right. Because y'all both said, like 15 minutes is good enough
I think
for y'all?
15 minutes is good enough for me.
So add another 15 minutes
no.
onto that.
But you see, if it is 15 minutes and I have the time, so this is what we have to, tell me what the situation is. So we have time. I'm not working. I'm not doing a billion things a day.
Right.
And we're having,
and enjoying each other.
Yeah, we're enjoying each other's company.
Right.
15 minutes is good if we're watching TV and then you touch me again and now we're going again for another 15 minutes and now we're eating. It's good. And then we're going again. Like, that's different. 15 minutes for me is good if we're going to continue to have sex.
Yeah, if this is just one round.
Yeah.
I feel like also what goes into how you guys mentioned before, like 15 minutes and then you stop and then you go again. Like, is it that your partners are just like getting hard right away, or they're able to just go back again after like 15 minutes?
Yeah, they're able to go back.
Yeah. Able.
Ah.
I don't know.
I guess that's maybe why mine is so long.
One and done. Well, it does depend with me. So it depends. Like, so if we are including foreplay, right? If I come during foreplay, like if he's going down on me, he eats me or whatever, and I come, sometimes I could be like a nigga and it's still like, sorry,
I'm done.
You should have got yours. Right? Because
I got mine.
And I'm done.
I've actually never done that in my life.
Oh,
well,
really?
that's because
I have.
you're not into cunnilingus.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not a
No,
thing for you.
cunnilingus is not for women. We went through this
God.
already.
Jesus Christ.
How about we do word of the day? And Jessica Wabbit, you will be the one to look it up since you always say it at the wrong time. You will look up cunnilingus. But
she's correct.
But what about?
Cunnilingus is women.
No, it's not.
What is it?
When she looks it up, she will find out.
But fellatio is men. Cunnilingus is women.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should look it up.
I know I'm not going crazy. Fellatio
Yeah.
is definitely
Fellatio is with a male. Cunnilingus is for the woman.
So y'all hear that? I was right.
you non-gay.
I was right.
That's because I don't be licking no pussy. So
I guess that's why I know, guys. We know.
But what happens when you are dating someone and you want them to perform longer? They just can't keep it up or they're tired. What are some things that we can advise them to do? So I know a lot of men think henny dick is like the god dick. They can go for hours and hours and hours. I think so, but sometimes it can also make you guys so fucking tired that it's like we can't finish.
CMOS.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
Nah, that's like Trinidadians live by that. Like, I go in, I got Guinness and a peanut punch with some sea moss in it.
Right.
And you know what else? Oysters.
Okay.
Oysters is something that a lot of, they said it's like an aphrodisiac, so women and men can eat it, and I guess it turns them on.
Well, we did say this in a previous episode as well. Watermelon and just the watermelon juice. It helps you with your stamina, not just getting in the mood, but being able to last longer.
To perform?
Yes, to perform for a longer time. We also know Viagra, if guys want to cheat and pop that blue pill. I did have some guy before who thought like we were going to have sex. Text me a picture. He was like, I really hope I get to see you because I took one of these, right? So he took me a picture. Mad think. He sent me a picture of these pills, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Right? And he didn't answer me. So I'm sending it to my friends like, what is this? Hurry up. So we're trying to fucking Google and stuff.
Nigga trying to give you ecstasy.
Nah, I think it was fucking one of them fucking, you never went in the bodegas and they have the Spanish fly?
Energy extreme.
Yo, when I was younger, I used to always look behind it and wonder, like, what the fuck is a Spanish fly? Is it a
real?
fly that, like, you know, has like extra wings because it's Spanish? Like, I did
Maybe
not
it just has extra
understand.
energy.
I didn't understand. And now I know what that was.
Did you use it?
No, nigga, I never used it. But my my boyfriend has used it before.
Really?
Mhm. Like,
Used it.
I said used it.
You said used it.
I
I heard it too.
You know what? Roll the tapes. Roll the tapes so y'all can hear.
You know when I'm editing, I can't even speak English. You know when I edit, I am gonna roll the tapes, and you're gonna hear that you used it
at the old house when I used to. Nah, but he said that his friends and them, they had it, and he was like, well, you know what, we should all take it tonight since we're going out. And he took it and they drank.
What kind of group word?
What? Oh no, they were all going out like to party, like to go have a good time.
To
No,
have a sex orgy?
I know, right?
probably it's true. I don't know, but anyway, they was like they all went out. And long story short, he came back and he was like, "Yo, that thing didn't do nothing, nothing. Just made my mouth dry." But you know what? That should be a question for our listeners. Has anyone, male or female, taking
Any stimulants?
Any
I'm
enhancements?
not going to take anything, first of all, that I could buy potato chips in the same fucking store. Like, I don't need chips and quarter waters and a fucking Spanish fly, okay?
Right, like,
y'all
I'm
not
sorry.
scared of what y'all
That's
putting in your
why
bodies?
it's called the convenience store. Okay?
I guess
Because
so.
it's convenient for everything. But the other day, I made watermelon juice, and I guess it didn't change. I didn't feel anything.
I mean, if you guys are consistently having 30-minute sex, you know what also changes it? So for men, I know when you jerk off, you masturbate a lot, you can last longer. If you have sex more frequently, you know, you're not like surprised by the pussy, and you can last longer as well. What I was looking for, I forgot what I was going to say. You
more than
said
30
something.
minutes, I made watermelon juice.
Well, whatever, I forgot.
Doesn't matter.
Nah, I haven't been eating right, guys. I haven't been eating correctly or sleeping properly, and I literally will walk into a room and forget what the fuck I got up for.
I don't think, because people do
Go
that.
back to the room. No, it's really bad now.
And walk out and then be like, damn, I went in there for the goddamn remote control.
Yes, and go and then forget again. Like, it's ridiculous. I just
So you have to go back and come back and go back
and do this and go back and do this. Yes, it's so annoying. But what else? They say that overweight men can last longer.
I wouldn't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I take that back because most of my guys are pretty husky that I date.
I mean, I wouldn't call him overweight, but he was bigger than you, my normal. Maybe that.
And he lasted long?
I mean, it was the same. I didn't really see a difference.
What do you guys do when...
I don't want I'm sorry. Back to how long we went in. I don't want my sex lasting too long. So I remember one time my boyfriend and I were having sex, right? And we just looked at each other like, all right, that's enough. Like, we were both like, okay, that's it. We're good. You good? You good enough? Yeah, you gonna, yeah, thanks.
Straight,
let
nigga?
me go back because I got to type something up. Like, that's enough.
I can't. I think 30 minutes is satisfy her. She know what 45.
I'll be back there like.
My complaint would, but for the most part, when you're dating someone new, is them coming too quickly, and I just think it's the excitement of being maybe in some new pussy, or maybe
that's never happened to y'all before.
That's definitely happened to me.
And it's just like, and for me, I know I felt like I don't want them to feel embarrassed, but at the same time, I'm just like, you for real, nigga? Like,
I'll be sitting there like, you talk all
that shit, right?
Like, I'm gonna tear this pussy up tonight.
To be like,
like Blank Man.
Like, really? But women, we can also do things for our stamina, because I know there is that meme that they think women can't ride for more than 30 seconds.
First of all, ride for 4 minutes. Like I said, I change after every 4 minutes.
So what we can do is also exercise. There's certain exercises that we can do.
Coconut oil on your knees?
To
fucking moisturize that shit for when you go up and down?
Oh, she's dying.
Not if you're riding on your feet. You don't have to worry about your knees, girl.
I do ride on my feet, but you still got to use your knees for that. So.
Not as much. Yeah, you got to use your knees in a different way. Like Meg the Stallion way, you got to use your knees. You're not gonna get fucking floor burn.
I mean, I just be tired.
Did any of y'all ever get rug burn?
Yes,
I have.
Yes, yeah.
You got on me for that shit before. I remember, you fucking bitch.
But yeah, I think we can also take a picture and demonstrate some of the exercise moves that will help females or women improve their stamina. So some, like I said, include the plank, push-ups, a glute bridge. There's more. We'll demonstrate it for you and post it on our page at Why the Fuck Am I Not Famous? Well, we do have a new segment this week.
Dun, dun,
Ooh,
dun.
I am ready.
Yes, it is called To Whom It May Concern. So we usually get a lot of DMs. I get text messages and emails from our listeners and some of my friends. And usually I'll just respond directly to them. And I thought it would be fun if we start responding on air so everyone can hear. And we can also post the question on our Why the Fuck Am I Not Famous page. And we're going to ask our followers to sound off. So usually we will post a question of the day. This one I kind of wanted to be a little bit more interactive. So record yourself explaining how you would answer the person's question.
Ooh, it's like TRL.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Coming to you live, like on Skype.
So this week's To Whom It May Concern. Do you think a woman with her shit together would fuck with a street nigga or drug dealer? For example, would a woman with her shit together risk fucking with that type of nigger? I hope I'm clear. Nigga, not the nigger I was called earlier. Nigga, dude, fella. So what do you guys think?
Yes.
So you mean a woman that is
She has her shit together.
financially stable?
I guess so. That's what I'm assuming he means financially stable, working, place, whatever. Would she mess with a
Got
street
her
guy?
own.
Yes, an independent woman. Would she mess with a street guy?
I'm putting myself in this position. If it was me, I would say yes.
Okay, well.
The reason being is because he got money too. So if he got money, I got money, nigga. We both busy, but we gonna take time to figure out what we're doing with each other. And if you are a independent woman, so to speak, that means you have motivation, you have drive. You can drive him into taking his business into some kind of other sales.
Well,
that's legit.
On the other end, maybe he's thinking like, why would she risk her financial freedom or deal with someone who has these other things to deal with in terms of like, maybe he won't come home tonight or he might get locked up. Why put your heart through that stress? I guess that was more of the question. So I'm going to read how I responded to it. So I said, a woman, regardless if she has her shit together, will still use her heart and vagina when it comes to dealing with men. In some aspects, the drug dealer does have his shit together. He should, at least if he's a good one, right? We're not talking about these like nickel bum ass niggas, right? He should be able to have a home, a car, be financially stable. For example, being that he is a street nigga, it also comes with the facade that he is tough and offers protection. And what do many women want from their men? They want someone who can provide and can protect. And we all know that the bad boy has always been attractive to women. Opposites attract as well. Think Grease. The schoolgirl.
Sandy and John.
Yeah, so I feel like he is kind of enticing to a woman that has herself together because he can protect me because he's this street dude.
Right.
He has the financial stability to, hold it down in the house.
He got a gun under his pillow.
Yeah, and I think that's why we, regardless of if we have our shit together, we can be attracted to that kind of man. Why you say, yeah, no?
Because I know that that's all I've dated.
Oh.
And I Honestly, that's all I've dated. Well, I've dated legit, but still.
Oh, in the words of Yada, a square.
Yes.
So we were in Miami. We episode 27, we interviewed rapper Yada, and we were like, he said, yeah, I would deal with a woman that's a square or who has a square job. And we're like, corny, because in New York we say square, like that nigga square, he's corny. No, a square is a person who has a regular job on the West Coast.
They have income, taxes, they file them and shit
on the West Coast.
Yeah.
But no. I mean, I've dated them, but I feel like I'm at a point of like, I don't know. I'm not attracted to it anymore. It's like I'm more attracted to somebody who has their own business.
Okay. Now, what about the man who started off in the streets and legitimized his money?
I came from the same life you came from. I will never tell you no because of your background. No, I just don't want that now.
Okay. Why? What aspects of it?
I don't want to worry that you're not going to come home. I don't want to risk the fact that I might have to take my kids to go see you in jail.
Okay.
I don't want to not know like if we're gonna be able to get that house in 5 years. Like I don't want that. I don't want the possibility of what if.
Yeah. I understand. I get that, Jessica.
Nah, I definitely feel like I'm still going to date him, like regardless of what, because I am the kind of person when I go into a relationship, I'm gonna analyze you and see what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and then I'm gonna make a play on it. If I can turn it into something positive, I'm gonna try my best to direct you into that role that I think will be best for you.
Yeah, but what if you're dealing with someone like Tasha or Tommy, and they don't want to get out the game? They just want to be a hustler for their whole lives. No, then what?
I can never.
Then
I'm not even attracted.
Yeah, then it wouldn't be that wouldn't be. See, if it was Tommy,
oh God.
If it was Tommy, I wouldn't mind because Tommy don't get caught. He ain't get caught.
No.
Isn't that some real fucking white privilege
shit?
That this nigga could kill and kill and kill and they know
never.
And they still chasing ghost ass.
Always.
That's some shit that don't fly, right?
Nope.
Honestly, no.
And speaking of no fly, as you may or may not know, Jessica W. and I are flight attendants, but just plain and simple, my girls are fly. And in this segment, we give you a list of shit that just doesn't fly, whether it be on a plane or in real everyday fucking life. So, after selling out in just 2 weeks after its initial release in August, Popeyes chicken sandwich is back. And since its re-release, here are some of the headlines. 1. A Maryland man was stabbed to death after attempting to cut the line set up specifically for customers attempting to purchase the sandwich. 2. A Houston man pulled out a gun after finding out that his local Popeyes was out of the chicken sandwich. 3. A brawl broke out in Brooklyn after a woman paid for the last chicken sandwich, but the employee gave it to someone else. I kind of understand that.
Right. Because you're not going to play with my food. You got the last oxtail plate.
Popeyes staff fight after a worker gets caught allegedly selling the chicken sandwiches on the side.
What?
And last but not least, in Los Angeles, a woman fucked up the paint job on her gray Mercedes while attempting to cut the line at a Popeyes drive-thru, scraping her car against the red and yellow parking lot poles. Jessica W, you can say it. As a people,
we have got to do better. First of all, I seen that Mercedes one, and it was like a 1999 model. So I mean, she could get that shit done over. But as
That's
a people,
not the point.
We have got to do better.
Seriously,
it was a there was another meme that they had. They said that, you know what, you shouldn't really eat the Popeyes chicken sandwich because you ain't hear the lady from Louisiana come on TV or
fact.
make any kind of information. She ain't say nothing, so I don't
support
know
that shit.
You know why she didn't say anything? Because there's enough of these coons out here fighting and giving Popeyes all this free advertisement. I mean, we're no better right now speaking about it, but
it needs to be said. Yeah,
it needs to be said. It's disgusting. And I want to know, what is the hype? Because why is it that we can embarrass ourselves? We can kill each other for material fucking things, for food, for sneakers,
a cell phone.
Like, what's going on? Why are we putting our efforts with other things that are productive for ourselves?
I was having this conversation last night with my aunt, and I said, if there were more, like, let's say if there was another outlet, like a program that could teach you how to put your talents or make you see things in a different way that allows you to be better, maybe that would be able to
that sounds like mentorship. It sounds like school. It sounds like having some programs in the communities,
Boys and girls.
teaching people to redirect their energy.
But she also said that what if you imagine that, okay, so do you know the area in Maryland where it actually happened?
No.
Like, okay, so I believe that area was an impoverished area. Don't quote me on it. I'm going to look it up. But most of these areas that these things are happening in are not the greatest of areas.
So uneducated people.
Right. So it's kind of like if they don't have any hope or anything to look forward to or any kind of guidance, how are they going to become better? Like, yeah, you took the last piece of chicken. Like, I'm gonna fight you. That happens on Thanksgiving in my household. So, so like, if you hide a plate of food in the microwave and you come back and it's
that
not
shit
there,
gone?
you like, who the
We popping off.
Or you just
took my
or
food?
you just waiting. You have your food at home, and you go home and you open that fridge. You know, you do that little dance. That
You gonna
food
come
dance,
upstairs.
and you open the refrigerator door, and you found out your fucking greedy ass motherfucking brother went and stuck his greedy ass fingers in your food and ate it. I understand that outrage, right?
Like when you
I get
Now
that.
you got oil
But
on
that-
your Nike boots.
but that is different. What? First of all, let's backtrack. I'm sorry.
Oh, we talking about my lasagna that you threw away?
No, okay. Oh, we can talk about all of this real quick. So one Christmas long ago, when I decided that I was giving my family up, I was blamed for throwing oil on someone's bed sheets and boots.
What?
And it sounded like someone just admitted to it, and it wasn't me.
Oh, it still wasn't me. I just know it happened. The fuck?
Merry
Why would I
You
lie?
said it like you did it.
Yeah, because somebody
To all of you.
somebody evil ass threw my oil on the Nike boots.
Okay, but it wasn't me that y'all blamed. But
I didn't say it was you.
Yeah, you did. You were one of the people who blamed me. It was not me.
I'm talking about right now.
And for you, what's your motherfucking lasagna?
Holy night. And you laughing, bitch, because you know this bitch threw my shit away.
I did
I
not
know
throw
she threw it away.
I did not. I would never, ever, as much as I love food, I would never throw anyone's food away.
And y'all know how I knew she threw it away? Because when I came inside the room, I was excited. I took it out the microwave. She came in there, click, click, click. That's her
With
heel.
my heels on.
Ooh, it's smelling nice in here. What you got? Mind you, she ain't never speak to me a day before that. But ooh, what you got? And I come back, no fucking lasagna.
Because you were weird. You were weird. I didn't speak to her it took me a little while. I think we actually became friends over the
Of hating somebody else.
no, the case of the missing lasagna. Because I felt really bad because I walked.
she threw it away.
We
That's
worked in
why.
the office together, and I walked to the back room, and I was like, "It smells good." She was like, "Yeah, my mom made me lasagna." Like she was really excited. So okay, that's cute. I came back. I went back there again, and she was crying.
Because I was ready to blow that shit up.
So
I was thinking to myself, like, yo, I need these benefits. You got to stick it. You got to keep it together.
I'm like, what's the matter? Like, why are you crying? She's like, I can't find my lasagna. Right? So I'm like, okay, we'll find it. It's okay. And then we're looking.
Mommy
and then,
Manera.
and then
Are you pregnant, bitch?
no, she's just
No.
greedy. And then we found it in the trash, and I was just like, so now you know that's not me. Am I throwing food away?
I ain't even gonna say that shit. Guys, this is my older sister. She's evil sometimes. Okay?
Nah, son, I'm not throwing food away. Maybe I would have came back with fucking noodles on my mouth, like, what was on you? Right? And ate it. I'm not throwing the food away.
Because it was a plot that Todd got together
For the
bullshit.
It was
And then
not
that's
me.
because she wanted to be my friend. So that was
Okay,
the way
okay.
that.
No,
Y'all
didn't
could've just
happen.
both hated
It
the
wasn't
same
me.
person,
It
like
wasn't
normal
me. It
friends.
wasn't me. But back to this, the way we act with this Popeyes chicken sandwich, right? So it really bothers me that it happens to be chicken, right? Like we just fall into every motherfucking stereotype.
Watermelon.
Right. So, but you know
Wait,
me.
we just gave watermelon as a fucking
aphrodisiac.
that shit worked.
But for me, I'm always talking about conspiracies, right? I really think that
It's a tie. It's a.
No, seriously. So I think that someone on the marketing board for Popeyes was very smart, and maybe they started the outrage. They went into these communities and they told people to line up, have long lines, have a limited amount of chicken so that we can record it And now it's going to be this big thing. Oh, I got to get online for that too. Oh, what's that? Because we always want shit that we can't have.
I thought it
so when we
started
find
from
out
something else.
like,
Yeah, I thought it started from it being really good.
no, it's a regular.
It was a
fucking chicken
limited
sandwich on a
time
piece of-
chicken sandwich, and then Chick-fil-A got into it with Popeyes, and I thought that's how it started.
No, I think the recording of black people waiting online for this sandwich is what started the spark.
I'm a researcher.
Like the same way,
Yeah.
the same way with sneakers. Like you say, it's limited. So the fuck what if it's a limited sandwich? How about you go and stand on a limited job line? How about you go stand
got
in a
Workforce
limited,
One.
no, seriously, a limited library and fucking educate yourself and start your own business. We won't do this for the neighborhood or someone in your neighborhood selling the same food or even better quality. Where are those long lines? Why are we funding people that don't give a shit about us?
I mean, if you don't have the education or you don't have the direction, like it's easy for
I mean,
you to say.
how we? That's still an excuse because
not, because
someone who doesn't have a great school still has common fucking sense.
But
Not
it's
always.
easy for you to say that, you can go and you can start your own business. But what is the
Where do I
motivation
start?
behind it? Right. Where do I start? How do I get it? Like, if I'm not a person that is accustomed to getting up and being motivated and doing something and trying to start something, I'm not going to have the motivation to go out and go do it. So if somebody is behind me that's saying, hey, I know that you had a great idea with this. Let's try to go here so that we can find the tools to get it. I feel like it's more of having some a fire underneath your ass or someone that cares that's saying, hey, come and do this. Like when I was young,
I agree, but we don't have people who are very successful and educated standing online for Jordans.
no, because they pay somebody to stand in the line and get it for them.
Actually, they just pay double to get it.
Right, or that.
And
or that.
that's smart too.
I didn't say it was smart. I told you what they do.
I mean, if that's what they do, that's what they do. Is it smart? No.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. It's not an education thing all of the time. We can't sometimes
what is
people.
it?
So what is it?
It's just us. Like, what is it in your brain? I don't care if you never went to school. That doesn't mean you don't have common sense. You could have the most educated person who doesn't have any fucking common sense.
I know you didn't just say that doing the job that we do.
What?
People have common sense, even if you feel like.
But that's what I'm saying. Just because you're educated doesn't mean you have common sense.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was listening wrong. I thought you said the other way around.
It is the other way around as well. You can have someone who's not educated be very street smart or have common sense.
So what do you think it is?
She said she thinks it's us. She thinks that it's just us.
What
She
about
think
us?
That we are more motivated to have something that
To
we
go
can't
after
have.
things that we can't have or things that and.
But I think that's just in general, like just a personal thing. Like I feel like
Jessica, are you gonna stand in line for 3 hours for a chicken sandwich?
I mean,
Yes or
if
no?
it's good,
Are you're
really,
standing
bitch?
3 hours in that line for a chicken sandwich?
No, because I'm a
Have you-
hustler.
have
I'm
you
gonna find a
ever-
way to get it.
But for what? Have you ever had Popeyes chicken?
Yes.
You ever had a piece of bread?
Yes.
So wouldn't the same piece of chicken be in the bread? What
No.
makes it special?
Nah, because they put
There's
first
different
of all,
seasoning and stuff.
they put season they put crack and weed in it
so
in order to make it
back
good.
in the day when we were really mad when mommy said we have McDonald's in the house, right? We can have McDonald's burgers in the house. Which burgers are better, McDonald's or mommy's?
Mommy's.
Okay.
Now that I'm older, I think that.
Okay, so now
when I was younger,
I just asked you as an older woman just now, are you going to stand in line for 3 hours for a fucking chicken sandwich?
See, and that right there is the nigga that stands on the chicken line.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm not
mixed
doing
feelings.
But
Because I go to Chick-fil-A and I sit in the long ass drive-through line and I won't get out of my car because I really like Chick-fil-A. I like their chicken sandwiches. I like their little nuggets. I like it, so I'm gonna wait.
Honestly, I purposely will not eat Popeye's chicken just because of what the fuck is going on.
Now,
Yeah,
don't
I
get
think
me
it's
wrong. I
disgusting.
haven't had it at all. Like I haven't.
I
had
don't even know what that sandwich tastes like.
Yeah, I don't know what it tastes like. I haven't had the desire to actually. I feel like maybe it's
I'm
because
actually
I've been in
disgusted.
Trinidad I haven't done it. But anyway, even now that I'm here, I still have no desire to go out and go try it just because I feel like it is a lot of tomfoolery that's happening behind it. And am I going to support that or contribute to that? No. But also, again, if something tastes really good and I like it, I'm going to wait for it.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
all right, so cool.
I just think like
So,
they're laughing at us.
I
feel
think
like
so
I'm
too,
being-
and they're using us for marketing.
But that has always been the case. Look at that whole situation with Gucci. Look at that whole situation. Like where was it that they canceled Gucci? Was it Gucci or was it?
We canceled a lot of people. We canceled things so quickly. The Gucci thing, I didn't agree with it. You know?
Right. So it's kind of like it's like we cancel a lot of things, like you said, but I think that we don't stand behind it. Like a lot of us see all of this happening, and because the three of us aren't buying the chicken sandwiches, do you think that's making a difference?
I mean, for me, I won't double tap or like someone who makes a video like, oh, I got them. Good for fucking you.
Actually,
like you,
I just unfollow you.
like it's nasty. You need some more, girl. Big old bottle right there.
Right.
But yeah, I just think it's disgusting. I think, and then I look at all of these people making videos like, oh, I got mine. Like, so what? Even when people went back to be to Jordans, when people screenshot their you got them.
Oh God, I was literally just thinking that.
It's like, really? Like, who the fuck? Good for you that you got a pair of sneakers. Like, who cares?
Me, because I be tight that I didn't get them.
The black community.
Yes,
cares.
but why? You know, but I would prefer like, okay, so I'm not gonna lie. So you guys know that I started HK Soul, the food restaurant, right? We have had like great support, and I will say that the people that do support us and our friends and everything, they make the videos. They be like, I got mine, you know, and they generate the buzz for me, and I appreciate that. But for the majority of people, we won't do that for our friends' businesses or our family's businesses. But we'll do that for big business. Why?
I just had the same conversation with a friend / family member of mine, someone who has a very predominant social media presence. They asked me to do something, and I asked them to do something in return. And they was like, oh, you know, I'll let you know.
Oh, okay. No.
What?
Next.
Or even I wanted to invite someone on the show, and he was like, if you pay me. What?
I mean, some people do get paid to come on shows. So.
No, not okay. Real quick, when you are in a business in terms of like radio or media, you're not. Those celebrities are not getting paid to be on the shows.
No,
because everyone is getting something from out of the situation.
Absolutely,
that's number one. Number two, he doesn't know who we could have put him in contact with coming on the show, who he would have met or whatever. And I was just disgusted that he made a video with the chicken sandwich, providing free fucking marketing for Popeyes. Like, why? Why is that? Why do we do that? For the likes?
He probably doesn't see it that high. Maybe he don't think
just
Popeyes,
giving it likes.
He probably don't think Popeyes even saw him. Like, he does. You know, people don't. It's not personal.
So I was speaking to him. I found
you got into a debate?
Yeah, no, we didn't. He felt stupid at the end.
Okay, good.
Because I spoke to him and I was like, you know, we have rappers and athletes and a bunch of people on our roster who are probably well deserving of us paying for them. And it's like, nah, we think y'all are dope. And we want, like, if I can give someone my blessing or bless someone else the way I've been blessed in life, why not? And then it's you. I'm not saying that you're nobody if you're listening, and I know you are because we talk about the show. But you're not on that type of platform, number one. And number two, why does someone have to do something for you to do something? Yeah. Right? That's another question that I want to know.
It's kind of like but that is a newfound thing. That is, I feel like in life, that's a newfound thing, like give and take. Like, okay, so remember when we used to work where we were at? Like, if you work for me, I'll work for you. And kind of like, nigga, you was going to work anyway. So why do I now have to work for you? I think it's the point of you gaining something from that person, or knowing that, all right, I did you this solid, so now you got to do me this solid.
I want everyone to win. There is so much fucking money in this world that if you are successful in something, that's not going to stop me from getting more money.
Facts.
More power to you. I think it's beautiful when we as a people win. I love it. I really start blushing. I feel like, what is the word? Butterflies inside. Butterflies inside. I really do. I feel all tingly and sparkly when I see someone winning, and I don't have to know them. Like Cardi B. Like, to be honest, is she talented to me? No. I am so fucking proud of her. Like, do what the fuck you gotta do to make this money. You're not taking anything out of my pockets.
Cardi B, I want you to come on the show so you can show us how talented you are.
That's okay, because we can have a little wrap off.
We get down. But I do think, and just to piggyback off of what you said with Cardi B, I feel like she is the only artist that actually made it and used her platform from the show that she was on in order for her to become better, in order for her to before. I feel like
I knew her before the show.
Yes, we knew her before the show.
No, people did. That's why she was on the show, because she had a big media following.
Right, but then she became even bigger. Like she used that platform now to showcase her music, to let people know, like, okay, I actually do something else other than strip and make stupid videos on Instagram.
Looking at Cardi for an example as well, when she was on the show, there was another DJ that didn't want to play her music, or she had to do something for him to play the music. And it's like, see, now he feels fucking stupid. Bum. He's going after every stripper trying to make them the big thing. And guess what? They not Cardi B.
Nope, they not.
And now you feel stupid. Loser. I don't know. People just need to start giving without expectation. You know?
DJ.
Drop that beat, son.
You're a loser.
What? I definitely piggyback off of that. People should definitely do things just because you genuinely want to see somebody else win.
It's hard out here, though. I'm gonna be honest. It's hard to be genuine with people right now. I feel like I'm a genuine person. I do things without expecting anything in return, and people are just very selfish and very fucked up.
Yeah,
it hurts.
Yeah,
it does.
But so
you guys seen that Bart Simpson meme? And someone's like putting a little Band-Aid on Bart, and it says, "Me giving my all or doing for someone who wouldn't do it in return."
I posted it,
and I still would do it. I still will help other people. I still do it.
I mean,
perfect
I would do it because it's who I am.
Today I slipped and I fell like on some and I can't get up life alert kind of fall, and nobody around me turned around and was like, "Are you okay?" Nobody said like, "Can I help you?" I literally picked myself up, looked around, and kept walking. But if it was me and I saw somebody fall, I would be like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Helping you get your stuff together. Like, that's just me. That's my personality.
You're so tiny. I just see you flying. They thought you was okay.
Shut your ass up. I just think that when you do a good deed, like
it comes back
to you 10 times. And I know that stupid saying like no good deed goes unpunished, but sometimes you just have to really just be super nice because you're gonna get super
and trusting
nicer
God,
things.
Trusting God that is gonna come back to you.
Absolutely. Like
people don't have faith. That's why they don't trust in God.
Yes, faith is something that like people don't just close their eyes and take a leap of faith. But you know what? If you have good people around you, you are going to be able to do that because your friends or your family or whosoever is around you is going to see that greatness in you and be like, and "Girl, you tripping."
Right.
And speaking of trust, girl.
Oh, that she was going to say tripping.
Did you hear?
What?
So, in an interview on another podcast, T.I. discussed being a parent and was asked if he had the sex talk with his daughters. He then went on to explain that he has taken his 18-year-old daughter every single year to the gynecologist to see if her hymen was still intact. He used this as an indication to see if she was sexually active or not. And not only does he go into the doctor's appointment with her, he made her sign documentation saying that he was allowed to see the confidential post-appointment information. So, excuse me.
Why the fuck would she sign off on that?
He is educated to the fact that, you can break your hymen doing different things, playing sports, riding a bike, But he responded with, "Look, doc, she don't ride no horses, she don't ride no bike, she don't play no sports. Just check the hymen and give you back my results expeditiously."
Crickets.
I'm having anal. Fuck is you gonna do about it,
exactly. Like, nigga, I'm sucking dick and he eating me out. The fuck? And I'm still getting pleased. Like, are you kidding me? But on a serious note, though, like,
that's disgusting.
That is very, I feel like
disturbing.
Those are signs of a control freak. Somebody who is very controlling of what you should do in your life and what you should have. And that also, I feel like that's going to play on her emotions, like the kind of guy that she's going to want to be with.
Yeah, so I do think that it's a form of abuse. Now, we have other people saying, oh, it's because all these women never had a daddy and never had somebody who cared about them.
I had a dad.
So, excuse me, that's not what it is. Like, you're now telling me, once again, like everyone else in the world, that my body is not mine. Like, it belongs to you. It's something that you can control, something that you can tell me when I can do something with it. I don't even have, like, your doctor, that's something so personal. Like, you're supposed to be able to tell them everything because they need to know what the fuck's going on with your body.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're afraid to tell them anything, knowing daddy's sitting in the corner wanting to know, okay, so what now? Like, come on.
I'm gonna be a gynecologist, so I can call ACS. The fuck?
I also feel like that then creates boundaries in the relationship from parent to child, because now I'm pretty sure she would have been afraid to even tell her mom or her dad, like, I'm having sex, or I'm interested in having sex, and I want to know what I can do to prevent myself from getting pregnant or an STD or just anything. Like, you supposed to, as a kid, I just always remember, like, you supposed to look up to you look to your parents for the answers, and if you can't do that, then where do you turn around? Where does it result
and
to?
now it makes the communication even more closed. Like, I understand.
There is
I think he feels like, I'm protecting baby girl from going out there and being
I'm protecting
wild.
baby girl from me.
And now we have communication because I know she's not having sex, but it's now I'm afraid to speak to you, or I'm gonna hide things. Now, what if I'm over here sucking dick? What kind of communication do we have? Instead of educating me on sex, you're making sure I'm not having it.
Yeah, but you're making it like, I don't understand why it's so shameful for women to have a sex life, to have the desire for, or sexual desires, period. Like, when I want to have sex, it's a bad thing. Like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you're a whore, you're a slut, you're this, you're that. Fuck it, I'm a fucking
Call
slut.
me what you want to call me, right?
I'm a slut. Like,
But then his sons, I wonder, like, what tests are
No
you taking
control.
his sons?
So a post about 4 days ago was posted on a social media site, and it was a clip from one of his shows with his, I believe it's his middle son, the one who's like the strange one.
That's not
Strange
nice.
one.
You're talking about children.
I mean,
strange
he's
nigga in the middle.
right?
Okay.
Like, he's a different one.
Okay.
And he was the one who was saying, like, they was like, oh, like, kind of like insinuating that he's already having sex, and he didn't say anything. Like, T.I. just sat there and was just like nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if it was one of his daughters, as you can see, prime example, the communication would have been different, or that conversation would have been different.
conversation wouldn't even happen.
About in terms of embarrassment. So I know that on the show I do speak about my son and things that I go through with him and what he experiences and stuff like that. And I know you guys are like, come on, that's embarrassing. And what I talk about, I don't think it's so embarrassing. I think of her being in the media and being someone looked at. That is so embarrassing. Like, even if that was something that you decided to do with your
Why
daughter,
the fuck?
she is your daughter. That's not something that you tell anyone on a podcast.
God forbid.
Because now it's embarrassing for her. Now what happens when she doesn't want to leave the house? Because she doesn't want to hear her friends talking about it. And look, we're talking about it. Everyone's talking about
now
it.
if she commits suicide, who fault is it?
So
Exactly.
they did have the girls of the podcast did take that episode down, right?
dumb.
Which I think that was dumb. Like, that's more control, because I really
Right.
feel like we spoke about it before. I sent a fucking cease and desist, like, take this shit down expeditiously, right? Keep that shit up. Keep that same energy you had when you was on the show,
Right.
talking about it
Freely.
right? Because now you're taking away their ad dollars, because that was probably going to be a very popular show for them. I feel it's like more control. There's another video of him and his eldest daughter, or eldest stepdaughter, and she had a bottle of Henny in her hand. He's put the bottle down. She's like, I'm over 21.
So you can't tell me shit. And what?
Goodbye.
Yeah, but now, even if that had nothing to do with him and all of the controversy of him and the hymen and his daughter, now that's what we're going to think. Everything we look at with their family, we're going to think like, oh, everything she does is rebelling against what her father says. Like, we're going to think that because you open the doors to that.
Yep.
I just feel so bad for her. I just feel like she's embarrassed. She's
would be
18.
embarrassed.
No one should know about her sex life except for the person that she's having sex with, or maybe her parents
Her
behind
mom.
closed doors. And I'm surprised that Tiny, like,
Where the fuck is your mom?
allowed
y'all-
that to happen.
Are
just
y'all
need you
kidding?
to-
Tiny is a very submissive woman.
You
when
can
it
be
comes to him.
You can be a
And she
submissive
d-
woman to your husband and
take care of your
and
kids.
still be there for your
fuck?
children.
Yeah, but she doesn't really have a voice when it comes to him. Like, in the earlier years of when they were in Escape, Candy talked about it a lot. Like, he controlled a lot of what she wanted to do going forward, and he put this idea in her head that he wanted her to be a wife. He wanted her to stay at home, take care of the kids. Like, that wasn't an option for her to go out. Even with the post that they had the other day with her and Regine dancing in Mexico. It's like, damn, I can't
saw
even
her run off that thing.
Right, like I
She
can't
ran
even,
off.
not even that. Her first question was, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, hey, like if we going out and we having a good time, we have the ability to do that. But I feel like, is it okay for celebrities to always be scrutinized and be under
They're going to, and that is a con to being a celebrity.
Comes with it. Like,
It comes
that's
with
what
it.
it
It's
is.
unfortunate, but you are going to be scrutinized. You are in the public eye. You make money from it as well, so you're going to take the good with the bad.
Right.
You know, the bad with the good.
I just think that there should be some kind of boundaries. There should be some kind of barriers. I mean, shit, we
What's
don't
gonna
know.
protect them?
We don't know nothing about Beyonce life.
Well, that's because she has good people around to hide it. But
We don't know nothing about Will Smith, Jada Pinkett.
But that doesn't mean we didn't attempt to find out.
Yeah, but I feel like we let you know. I feel like this
I'm sorry,
generation.
Beyonce can't go outside with a fucking food belly without her saying she's pregnant.
I feel like this generation, it's okay for you to speak about somebody else's life and have opinion on somebody else's whatever's going on with them.
Like
and
we're doing
it's okay.
right now?
Yes, absolutely.
But
I feel like I also feel like that's not cool.
I wouldn't be able to say anything about how T.I. goes to the doctor with his daughter if he did not go on a podcast and tell them that.
Which is
tell
why
the
I
world.
said there should be barriers. You should, and I'm
you
not
mean
talking
barriers
about
from them?
Yes, from
Oh,
them,
okay.
from them. You should have barriers for yourself. Like, okay, I know that even doing this show, I know that it's certain shit
That we can't talk
I'm
about.
not going to talk about when it comes to my life because I only want people to know what I want them to know. I don't want you to know about my not even ugly past or just the things that have happened before. I think
can
we
know
should
whatever y'all
all.
want. I don't give a fuck.
I think that we should all create in ourselves. If we plan on being in the public eye, we should create barriers.
Okay.
I mean, for protection, yes.
Yes, for protection for your kids, for protection for yourself, so that nobody can.
But at the same time, I think that people as listeners and people who watch and as fans, they need to have barriers as well. Like when you just called his child weird and I said, don't do that. He's your child. You didn't care.
I mean,
You mean what? If you have
weird
to go
one.
by, no, you can't
You
preach
right.
something
Well,
and then
she's-
do
I
something
you're
honestly
right.
don't
The
feel-
one
I think
time,
people's children are off limits.
Eureka, guys. The one time Renera and I actually agree on something. I agree. I was wrong. And the way that I perceived him, the way that I perceive him in my brain is the weird kid. But you're absolutely right. Children are off limits, and I apologize.
And if you hear us, weird is not bad. Weird is
I don't get because
awesome.
I'm weird. My son weird.
and you
weird
just
as
called me
well.
weird earlier.
and I met her. She was extra weird when I
I
met her.
just want you to know that we don't think weird is
a bad
negative
thing. Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, I wasn't weird. I just like yoga and.
Nah, son. So Jessica W walked in, and you know what? I was listening to one of our past episodes when I spoke about how we first met, and I was like, "Yeah, she walked in looking like Macy Gray." She was like, "For our listeners, that means natural." No, that's
Yes.
not. No, that's not what I meant. Because you could be natural without an afro,
That's true.
and you could be natural without the afro that you came in with. Like you came in with a very Macy Grayish afro. It had nothing to do with being natural at all.
Natural just means no chemicals.
Yeah, in your hair. It had
First
nothing
of all,
to do.
I'm
a
gonna
fucking-
post a picture on the Why the Fuck Am I Not Famous
Of
page
what?
of my afro.
No. I don't want
Yes.
to see the fucking Photoshopped
It's
afro
not. It's what?
that you're
How
gonna
could you
post.
Photoshop
I'm
an
talking
afro?
about the afro you came into the office with.
Yes, I'm gonna
that
post
day.
it. My first day, because it was my first day, and my other friend took a
And
picture
she
of
got
me.
receipts.
And
We'll see.
and
We
it's-
know we can all Photoshop a picture.
but not an afro though.
Yes, you can.
Well, then I don't know how to do that. I can say I don't know how to do that.
I just don't want anyone thinking that I was taking a dig at natural women because I'm a natural woman too. I wear my fucking afro. I love all different textures of
She
hair.
wear her weaves as well.
And I wear my clip-in ponytails like today because anyone can wear their hair however the fuck they want to wear it. I just thought you was like you thought I was taking a dig on people being natural. Well, no, I just thought the hairstyle you had was Macy Grayish.
What does that mean?
Right.
I'll post a picture of Macy Gray and her afro, and then we can post the unedited picture that she came in
Yes,
the
and
first
let's
day of
compare and
work,
contrast.
and it looked like it.
Okay, she looked like Macy Gray with her afro.
Yes.
That's
No,
what she
she didn't look like Macy Gray. It was a Macy Gray afro. There's a
see.
difference.
I just want to know what that means.
Roll the tape, guys. We will see, and we will know
What's a
what the
Macy
difference is.
grayish afro?
I don't know. She about to show you.
I literally want her to use words to explain what that means, but she's not trying to. So What happened, you fucking cunt? What's wrong?
I didn't
Say
never.
there was anything wrong with
I
it.
could never. First of all, my hair is never that tight. Ever that tight. Ever. You know what, listeners? Maneira's fuck up, okay? Because my hair never looked like that.
You know what? Since we're gonna do this, I have receipts too because we all worked in a very close, small office with the same people. We can just poll them. We can ask them, who did we think Jessica W looked like when she walked into the
That's
video?
because
into
she
the
started the
office? No, it didn't,
conversation.
because everybody was like, I try to say
No.
goodbye and I choke.
No, not ever. Not ever. We gonna post it. We gonna see. We gonna see.
Jump her? We can jump
It's
her.
I mean, I
clear.
know we can. We
right.
can, because I'll kick her right in her
My
knees.
welcome
Right in the
when you
pussy.
are not here.
Don't laugh, Ayana. Let her laugh by
I'm
herself.
not playing with her. I'm
Look
not.
at her.
Yo, you an idiot, son.
I don't know why you looking at me like that. You know I love hair. It doesn't matter. Why are you mad?
We gonna see. We gonna.
You gonna make me call somebody on the air?
Don't.
Okay, so why the fuck am I not
Don't.
saying this topic was, are good looking people more successful? I don't know if we're gonna have enough time. You guys want to try to dive into this one?
Just ask the question. We'll answer it. Go quick.
Okay, so are good looking people more successful?
Yes.
No.
Okay, since both of you I agree with Yana, but since both of you have conflicting answers, why?
I mean, look at Macy Gray.
What's wrong with Macy Gray?
I don't think that she's attractive.
Oh, I mean, that's an opinion.
So that's why you're upset that I called you Macy Gray.
I don't think that she's attractive.
Okay, no. So now we're going to be honest. You were upset that I called you Macy Gray because you don't think she's attractive. Not anything to do with her hair.
I don't think that her hair is attractive. I don't think that most of the things that she represents is attractive. So, no, I don't think that.
I think that attractive people are successful.
But she's still successful.
But they need to have work ethic.
Okay, so
If they're lacking that, then no, they'll fail.
I do agree that it is easier for someone who is better looking to be more successful. Even if you look at going into a job interview, the better looking person usually gets the job or gets paid more money. If we look into, we're talking about singers or the entertainment industry, better looking people are more successful. Mm-hmm. Who's more successful who do you think is good looking in the industry with just as much talent as Macy Gray? India Arie?
Yes.
She's
Okay.
She's
I think she's
Yeah.
I
So,
think she's gorgeous.
and do you think she's more successful than Macy Gray because of her looks?
No, because of her talent.
I just said who's equally as talented. Someone equally as talented.
Badu.
Talented as no, that would be Erykah Badu and me and this girl, India Arie.
India is beautiful. I'm
I
talking
think
about someone
that-
who you don't think is attractive.
That's hard though.
It's hard
Right.
for someone to be in the entertainment because the thing is,
I can't even think
in
of an
certain
unattractive
okay,
person.
so
Oh, right,
in certain
right.
professions, even if as a boss, it may sound fucked up, but you want to be surrounded by people that are nice to look at, you know? Or even when it's talent, someone's going to be on your TV every single day, or you want somebody who's going to be successful. First of all, especially with women, a guy has to want to fuck her and a woman has to want to be her. And that's not going to happen with a less attractive woman. So I feel like that's why it's easier to be successful when you're better looking.
I mean, I don't think Heather Headley is a
Okay, but you can name, if we pick out the top 10 successful people, however we want to say success is, 8 out of 10 are going to be good looking.
Yeah, but then there are some that aren't good looking that are successful.
I'm not saying there are no ugly successful people. I said, is it easier or are good looking people more successful?
That's like saying, you can't say that.
Attractiveness is like white privilege in a sense.
Because I was gonna say kind of like the
Because you
same
get away
thing.
with shit.
Like
say
that's like saying a white person doesn't have to work
They're
as
more
hard.
successful.
They
because
don't.
I'm
But
I'm
they
black
don't.
and I gotta work harder.
Okay, and that's exactly what I'm saying. So you're agreeing with what I'm saying. A better looking person has an easier time being successful.
I agree.
Look at even if you go into
agree.
even if you go
there
into
are ugly people who are successful.
Okay,
You
look.
gotta back it up though.
Okay, there are ugly people that are successful, but they have to what? Like you just said, black people have to do work harder. That's why the thing is it easier for them to be successful?
I think that they're more talented because there are some pretty people who aren't talented.
Yeah, we got a lot of those.
And they're what? Successful because they're fucking pretty. That's what I'm saying.
In my opinion, Cassie is not
She's
talented
beautiful,
at all.
but she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
And
there's-
Diddy loved her.
There's
And
more.
she not successful though.
Yes, she. Oh
Yes,
my
the fuck
God,
she
yes,
is.
she is.
How?
She's a model,
Okay,
and that's successful.
And but not is
How
she more
not?
is she more successful than Kendall Jenner?
No, but that's a whole different
Right. So,
thing.
no, it's not.
Yes, it
Kendall
is.
Jenner
But
is
Kendall
a
Jenner's the
top model.
most. First of all, Kendall Jenner is the most successful top model.
Okay, so let me pick another model.
Yeah, you can't pick
Jesus.
her.
But you're talking about high fashion models.
And I'm talking about
And we're
how
talking
she
about-
got into the industry.
She's
she
a
got
model.
into the industry with her whack ass music.
No, she
didn't.
Oh well, then I don't know
She
my
got
history
into
on
Because
her
she
then.
was
off her
pretty.
looks.
I don't know my history about her.
Social
then.
media.
Okay,
She got into
so
it.
Social media.
Okay, yes, MySpace. That's how she became.
Oh, I really don't know my
big.
history
Nigga
about her. Then.
tapped and liked it.
So look,
Interesting.
but I think you just keep proving what I'm saying. Like, look at someone like Cassie, who is beautiful but doesn't have talent, right? Who is not good looking with the same non-talent in the industry?
Who's not good
Who's
looking?
ugly with no talent that's successful in the entertainment industry?
You don't have
But
no
they
talent.
it don't work that way. It's either
Right.
you ugly with talent
Right.
or you pretty with no talent.
So doesn't that go to me saying that better looking people are more successful? It's easier for them. They have it easier in life. And for me, also, I don't feel like it has to be like, oh, you're the prettiest person, right? It's also how you carry yourself. If you go, somebody with the same looks goes into the same job interview with the same talent, and they walk in and one person is disheveled. They don't give a shit about their hair, or they walk in, maybe they're wrinkled, and this person took some time to iron their fucking shirt, brush their hair, maybe put on some lip gloss, and they both walk into the same interview. Who are you hiring?
Honestly, I'm picking the person that prepped.
Yeah, the person who was prepared, of course.
But
you
all
know.
judges don't think that. They feel like, oh, I could fix that.
Yeah, because that was my second thought too. It was like, well, maybe I'll interview the second person that looks
Okay,
crazy
but
and see
no,
how
you're
they.
interviewing both. They both have the same qualifications.
Oh, they both have the same
Yeah.
qualifications, so there's nothing different. The only difference is their
Twin
appearance.
sisters. They both look the same way. Twin sisters. One looks a little disheveled. The other one ironed her shirt.
I'm picking the one that's ironed.
You're picking the one that's ironed.
For
I think you're just trying to
self-presentation?
be devil's advocate.
No, I'm
even when
not.
even when I go out to eat, your waitresses and your waiters, they're good looking people because someone is serving your food. You want people to come into your restaurant. It's a vibe when you're around good looking people. We went to fucking IHOP in New Orleans, and the
Petite
waitress was
brother.
disgusting, and I didn't eat, and people call me fucked up. Y'all
ate.
go ahead and eat and enjoy your food. I felt like if this is the front of the house,
What the fuck the back look
what
like?
what do the people making my food look like? This girl's look like she didn't brush her teeth for days. Like, nah, I don't want her speaking over my food. Imagine the people in the back. And I'm not trying to be like, I'm not saying ugly people don't deserve it at all. I feel anyone with talent or with work ethic deserves it. But it helps if you fucking put on some lip gloss sometimes, or brush your hair sometimes, or iron your clothes and go outside presentable. I think it makes it easier for you to get ahead.
Do we have a quote for pretty people?
We can find one. You guys want to find one?
That's fucked
You're
up.
beautiful.
That's fucked
You're
up.
beautiful.
That is fucked up.
You know what? I don't like that sometimes when I have an opinion on something, on my truth, that is deemed as fucked up when it's the truth.
It's just your
I'm
opinion.
not
It's
saying
your truth. I
no.
don't always agree with you though.
You don't have to agree with me. I did have stats and I didn't pull it up. It's true that good looking people are more successful. They get paid more and they get hired. They do you. I don't know, back in 2020 days when they had the little hidden cameras, someone with better qualifications not getting the job because they weren't as pretty as this person or they weren't as light as this person. I'm not agreeing with the fact that this happens. Partially I am, because I'm going to go with someone who I feel prepared to come in to work for me. Not someone who felt like they could roll out of the bed and come. That means you don't respect yourself, and how can I expect you to respect my company?
Right.
That's how I feel. But in the industry, I also feel that people who are not deserving as less attractive people get the jobs. And it's because it's what we like. It's what people want to see on their TV screens.
Because sex sells.
I'd rather listen to someone that could sing than go to a concert and watch someone
It's a
lip
pretty
sync.
person.
But that's just how it is. I don't have a closing quote. You guys want to say something?
I mean,
I think you're making me like the villain because I'm saying this, and I don't think so.
beauty is not the face. Beauty is the light in the heart.
Okay. That works. I just hope the light puts on some lip gloss before she goes to the fucking job interview. Thanks for tuning in this week.
Did you guys notice our get up today?
Tell us how you like it. We're going to make that a question, guys. Tell us if you like how we look tonight. I think you should put on the closing music, please.
See you guys next week.
Bye. Throw her in the garbage.
And it plays.
First of all, you guys see my laptop?
Why the fuck am I not famous? Cause I ain't naked. Chickens ain't got no style. It's straight brainless. Niggas rocking tits and wigs, so shameless. Meanwhile, we sitting here acting like we whack. Not hating, I'm just stating the facts. Girl, you know what doctor made her ass fat.
True.